Hi, I'm Raghav. Today I'll demonstrate how observability brings transparency to complex agentic AI workflows using a real application I built called ResearchFlow AI. We'll look at how OpenTelemetry, Grafana, Prometheus, and Tempo help us understand the execution flow and performance of a multi-agent system end-to-end. ResearchFlow AI is a multi-agent research workflow designed to analyze a question by combining external web context with insights retrieved from a database. At a high level, ResearchFlow AI has a root agent that coordinates two worker agents, a search agent that handles web research and summarization, and a database agent that retrieves data from an Oracle database. The root agent integrates both results into a final answer for the user. Now, observability comes into play with the use of OpenTelemetry. All traces and metrics are sent to Grafana, Prometheus, and Tempo for analysis. By doing this, we can see where time is spent, what tools are used, and how each component contributes to the final result. Now we'll be heading over to a live demo to see it in action. So this is ResearchFlow AI. We can query any topic that we'd like to do research on. In my case, I would like to learn more about MongoDB. So I'm going to ask, tell me more about MongoDB. Here, it gives me a summary on what MongoDB is. Now, let's take a look under the hood and visualize how observability can be useful for this application through the use of Grafana. Now that we're in the Grafana dashboard, we can go to the Explore tab on the left-hand side and connect with Tempo. Tempo stores all of the trace data emitted by the application through OpenTelemetry. Here, I'll filter by service name, and I'll make that equal to Agentic Research Demo. Then I'll open the most recent trace, which corresponds to the request we just ran. What we're looking at here is the complete execution path for the single request. At the top, you can see the root span, root agent handle request, which represents the entire workflow from the moment the user submitted the question to the moment the final answer was generated. Underneath are the child spans created by each worker agent. You'll see the search agent's work here, which includes spans for the web search step and the LLM summarization. And then below that, the database agent, querying Oracle through SQL MCP. Finally, there's a span for the final answer generation step inside the root agent. The duration of each span gives us a clear picture of where time is being spent. In this example, the search agent took about 2.5 seconds, and the database agent took about 5.29 milliseconds. So this is the power of distributing tracing. We don't have to guess where performance bottlenecks are. We can see exactly how long each part of the workflow took and how the agents interacted. Now, let's take a look at the metric side of observability through our custom dashboard. Metrics let us see how the system behaves over time, showing trends, patterns, anomalies, and the overall health and efficiency of the application. Here in Grafana, we're looking at the Prometheus-powered metrics dashboard for ResearchFlow AI. The dashboard tracks key performance indicators such as P95 LLM latency, token usage, total LLM cost, unanswerable query rate, and estimated revenues savings over time. For example, the top left panel shows the P95 latency, which tells us the worst case experience our users are seeing. If this trend started rising, we could immediately drill into traces to determine whether the bottleneck was in the search agent, the database agent, or the LLM call. And over here on the top right, we're tracking token throughput and total cost. Monitoring these metrics allows us to optimize prompt design, tool selection, and even model choice based on real evidence rather than intuition. Beyond that, this dashboard also tracks metrics like unanswerable query rate and estimated revenue savings, which helps measure quality, reliability, and real business impact. Together, these metrics allow engineering teams to monitor performance and reliability, data teams to understand the efficiency and cost impact, and product leaders to make informed decisions around investment and optimization. And that's how we apply observability in agentic AI systems. See you in the next one.